Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Everyday Channel, where learning English is easy, fun, and full of energy. I'm Emily, and it's such a beautiful day to learn something new together.
And I'm Paul. Hello, Emily. It's great to see you again. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Paul. The sun is shining through my window, the sky is clear, and I've got my favorite cup of tea right here beside me. It already feels like a good, peaceful morning, a perfect time for learning. How about you?
I'm fantastic. I've had my coffee, and I'm really excited about our topic today. I've been thinking about it all morning. It's a big one.
It sure is. But before we dive in, everyone, please remember to give this episode a like. It really helps our channel grow and lets us know that you enjoy learning with us.
Yes, click that little thumbs up button right below. And if you're new here, welcome. We're so happy to have you. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel English Every Day and share it with your friends.
That's right. Every share, every comment, every like truly helps us reach more learners around the world who want to improve their English just like you.
Exactly. So thank you so much for being part of this amazing community. Okay, Emily, are you ready?
Oh, I'm more than ready, Paul. Let's get started. What are we talking about today?
Today, we are talking about something that almost every English learner struggles with at some point: how to stop translating in your head.
Ah, yes, translating. That's such a common problem, isn't it? I remember how tricky it used to be when I was learning another language, too.
Exactly. You hear something in English and then your brain instantly says, "Wait, what does that mean in my language?" And before you know it, the conversation has already moved on.
Right. It's like your brain is running a little translation machine in the background, trying to keep up. And that's what we're going to talk about today: how to stop that machine and start thinking directly in English.
Yes, that's the goal. Because when you think in English, everything becomes faster, smoother, and so much more natural.
Exactly. So, if you've ever felt stuck trying to find words, or if your mind feels slow when you speak English, today's episode is going to help you a lot.
All right, everyone, get ready, take a deep breath, relax, and let's start our journey toward thinking in English.
Ah, yes, translating. I remember this so well. You hear something in English, right?
Yes, and then your brain immediately goes, "Wait, what does that mean in my language?"
Exactly. Then you start thinking about it in your language first, trying to make sense of it. And after that, you try to find the English words to reply.
It's like your brain is doing gymnastics.
Oh, yes. It's so much work for your brain. It's like a three-step process: English to your language, then your language back to English. That's a lot of steps just to say one simple sentence.
I'm tired just thinking about it.
Me too. And do you know what's worse? While you're busy translating in your head, the person you're talking to has already moved on to the next topic.
Exactly. Someone asks, "How are you?" And while you're thinking, how do I say that in English? They're already talking about the weather or their weekend plans.
Right. It makes conversations difficult because you always feel like you're one step behind. You understand, but you respond just a little too late.
That's a perfect way to describe it. You're not lost, you're just always catching up.
And another big problem is that words don't always match perfectly between languages.
Hmm, what do you mean by that?
Well, sometimes one English word can have many meanings. For example, the word run. You can run in the park, your nose can run, and a computer program can run too.
That's true. And in some languages, there isn't a single word that matches all those meanings.
Exactly. So if you try to translate word by word, it can sound strange or even completely wrong.
Very strange. And sometimes it's just incorrect.
Yes, that's why translating in your head is not only slow, but it can also cause you to make mistakes that native speakers would never make.
So true. The goal then is to think in English, to build what we can call a direct connection.
Ah, yes, a direct connection. I love that phrase. It's like having a straight road from your brain to your mouth. No traffic, no stops, no detours.
That's a good image. So instead of taking the long road through another language, you're taking the express highway straight to English.
Exactly. That's the goal we're working toward. And don't worry, we're going to show you exactly how to start building that direct connection step by step.
Perfect. So now that we understand why translating is such a problem, I think it's time for the fun part.
Yes, the solutions. Let's talk about how we can stop translating and start thinking in English naturally.
Okay, so this is clearly a big problem for many learners, but don't worry, we are here to help. We've all been there, and we know it's possible to change. We just need a few simple strategies.
Exactly. We've got some easy and fun tips to help everyone start thinking in English. And the best part is, you can start right after listening to this episode. No waiting, no special materials, just you and your brain.
That sounds amazing. I love practical things. So, are these tips difficult?
Not at all. In fact, they're very simple. But remember, simple doesn't mean unimportant. Sometimes the smallest exercises can make the biggest difference in how your brain learns.
Ah, I like that. Small steps, big results.
That's right, because when you build the habit of thinking in English, even in tiny moments, your brain starts to rewire itself. It begins to create that direct connection from thought to English automatically, without translation.
A direct connection. I love how that sounds. It's like building a new pathway in your brain, a fast and clear road from your thoughts straight to your mouth.
Yes, imagine it as a smooth, straight highway. No detours, no red lights, just fluent thoughts flowing in English.
Every time you practice, that road gets a little wider, a little smoother, and much faster. That's such a great image. So instead of driving the long, bumpy road that goes through your native language, you'll have this brand new expressway that takes you directly to English thoughts.
Exactly, Paul. And that's the goal, to make that direct road strong enough that your brain doesn't even think about translating anymore.
So the more we use English in our daily lives, even for small things, the more we train our brain to stay on that road.
That's right. And don't worry, it doesn't happen overnight. But it does happen. With patience, consistency, and the right habits, everyone can learn to think directly in English.
Fantastic. So, Emily, shall we share the first tip?
Of course, let's get started with something small but powerful. Our very first step to thinking in English. Tip number 1 is simple but very powerful. Start small. And when I say small, I mean very, very small.
Start small. Okay, that sounds easy enough. What do you mean exactly?
Well, we start with single words, just one word at a time. Don't try to think in full sentences yet or long ideas. Begin with single English words that you can connect directly to things you see every day.
Ah, I see. Like right now, I can look around my room and name what I see in English.
Exactly. Look around you. What do you see right now, Paul?
I see my desk, I see a lamp, and I have a pen in my hand.
Perfect. That's exactly how you start. When you look at your pen, don't think of the word for it in your language. Just think of the English word, pen.
So basically, I see the object, and my brain immediately says pen, no translation in between.
Yes, you got it. See the object and think the English word. Look at your door. Think door. Look at the window. Think window.
It's like I'm labeling everything around me in English.
Exactly. You're turning your world into an English world. What a fun way to put it, right? You become your own little English labeling machine.
I like that idea. So, for example, I can walk around my house and say quietly in my head, kitchen, table, chair, cup.
Yes, that's it. Just 5 minutes a day is enough to start building this habit. Look at things, name them in English in your mind, and keep going.
So this builds that direct connection you talked about earlier, the connection between the object and the English word.
Exactly, Paul. There's no middleman anymore. No stop for translation. It's just object to English word. Quick, natural, and simple.
That's great. I can do that right away, even while drinking my coffee.
Yes, you can practice anywhere, in your kitchen, at work, or while waiting for the bus. It's such an easy exercise, but it's incredibly effective because your brain begins to link English words directly to real things, not to translations.
So it's like I'm teaching my brain a new shortcut, straight to English.
That's a wonderful way to describe it. And the more you do this, the more natural it becomes. One day you'll look at your phone or your shoes and realize you don't even have to try to think in English. It just happens.
That sounds amazing. And honestly, I love how easy this first step is. I don't need books or apps, just my eyes, my surroundings, and my thoughts.
Exactly. This first tip is all about noticing the world in English. Once you start doing that, even for a few minutes a day, you're already training your brain to think differently.
That's so encouraging. Okay, Emily, I love this one, but what comes next?
Great question. Our next step builds on this same idea, using pictures to strengthen those connections in your brain.
Ah, pictures. That sounds fun already. Let's hear more about that.
Tip number 2 is one of my favorites. Use pictures.
Pictures. I like that already. Everyone loves pictures. But how exactly do they help?
Well, pictures are amazing because your brain understands images instantly, faster than words. You can use something simple like flashcards. You know those small cards for studying.
Oh, yes, I know flashcards. I used them when I was learning vocabulary in school.
Exactly. They still work perfectly for learning English. On one side of the card, you have a picture. For example, a big, bright yellow sun.
Okay, I can see it in my mind already. Shining, warm, bright.
Yes, and on the other side, you write the English word sun. Now, here's the key part. When you look at the picture, don't think about the word in your language. Just see the image and think sun immediately.
Ah, I get it now. So I see the picture of the sun and I think sun. No translation, no middle step, just straight to English.
Exactly, Paul. It's the same idea as looking at real objects, but flashcards make it easier because you can take them anywhere, to the park, the bus, or even while waiting in line.
That's clever. So I could use pictures of animals, like a dog, a cat, a bird, or food, like an apple, a banana, a sandwich.
Perfect examples. You can even make your own flashcards if you want. Just print pictures or draw them yourself. The point is to connect the image directly to the English word.
Right, because a picture is universal. An apple looks like an apple no matter where you're from.
Exactly. That's what makes this method so powerful. When your brain sees the image and goes straight to the English word, it's building a natural link. And the best part is, it feels easy.
This sounds fun too. I can even turn it into a little game. Like, I could time myself and see how many pictures I can name in 1 minute.
Yes, that's a wonderful idea, Paul. Turning learning into a game keeps it fun and keeps your motivation high. You can even compete with a friend or your child. See who can say the most English words correctly in 1 minute.
I love that. And honestly, that kind of playful learning really helps. When you're enjoying yourself, your brain learns faster.
Exactly. That's why using pictures works so well. It's visual, it's simple, and it's fun. Your brain loves pictures. It remembers them far better than plain text.
So with flashcards, I'm not just memorizing, I'm training my brain to think in English through images.
That's it. You're connecting words to meaning, not to translation. Every picture becomes a direct bridge to the English word.
That's such a great image. So with tip number 1, we looked at real objects around us, and now with tip number 2, we use pictures to expand our practice.
Exactly, Paul. You've got it. These two tips go hand in hand. They both help you build that strong, direct connection between what you see and what you think in English.
That makes sense. But what about when we want to say more, like full sentences or talk about how we feel?
Ah, great question. That's where our next tip comes in. It's about thinking in simple sentences. Let's talk about that next. Okay, so far we've learned how to think in single words using real objects and pictures. But now it's time to take the next step, thinking in simple sentences.
Ah, yes, sentences. That sounds a little more challenging.
It can sound difficult, but don't worry, we're keeping it very, very simple. This tip is all about building short, natural thoughts in English, little by little.
So, how simple are we talking about here?
Very simple. For example, start with your feelings. Think about how you feel right now and say it in English, in your head. Ask yourself, am I happy? Am I tired? Am I hungry?
Okay, that sounds easy enough. Well, right now I feel great. I could think, I am very happy.
Perfect. You see, you're already doing it. You feel the emotion and you connect it straight to the English phrase, I am happy. You're not thinking, how do I say I'm happy in my language? You just feel it and say it in English.
That's interesting. So if I feel tired, I can think, I am tired. Or if I feel sleepy after lunch, I can think, I am sleepy.
Exactly. Or when your stomach starts making those funny noises, you can think, I am hungry.
That happens a lot. My stomach talks more than I do sometimes.
Same here. And that's the beauty of it. These are short, natural sentences that connect directly to your real life. Every time you think one, you're training your brain to react in English automatically.
So basically, we're turning our daily life into English practice.
That's exactly it. You're creating a habit of narrating your life in English. For example, when you pick up a glass of water, think, I drink water.
Wait, do I think it while I'm actually drinking?
Yes, exactly at that moment. You lift the glass, you drink, and you think, I drink water. When you open a door, think, I open the door. When you sit down, think, I sit down.
Ah, so I'm describing what I do in real time, kind of like I'm narrating a movie of my life in English.
Yes, that's such a great way to think about it. You're the main character, and your thoughts are the English narration. And the best part is, the more you do it, the more natural it becomes.
So when I'm walking, I can think, I walk to the kitchen. When I'm cooking, I can think, I make food. It feels kind of fun, actually, like I'm playing a game with my own thoughts.
Exactly, Paul. You're connecting real actions and real feelings directly to English. And guess what? That's exactly how children learn their first language, by connecting words to what they see, feel, and do.
That makes so much sense. It's simple, but it feels powerful.
It really is, because this practice helps your brain build strong, direct links. No translation, no hesitation. And over time, it becomes completely natural.
So I guess the key here is repetition, just doing it again and again, right?
Exactly. A little bit every day. At first, it might feel strange, maybe even slow, but soon it'll become automatic, like second nature.
That's encouraging. I love that it's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent.
Yes, exactly, Paul. Consistency always beats perfection. And once you're comfortable with these short sentences, you'll notice something amazing. You'll start to think in English without even realizing it.
Wow, I can't wait to reach that stage. Okay, Emily, this tip is fantastic. But I have a question. What else can we do to make this process even faster and more enjoyable?
I'm so glad you asked, because our next tip is one of the most fun ways to learn: watching and listening to simple English.
Hmm, that sounds interesting already. Let's dive into that. Okay, so we've learned how to think in words and simple sentences. But what if we want to hear more English, get used to how it sounds in real life?
Great question, Paul. That brings us to tip number 4. Watch and listen to simple English.
Ooh, that sounds fun already. Like watching movies or shows?
Yes, but not just any kind of movie or show. The best place to start is with things that are visual and easy to understand, like cartoons or short videos made for children.
Cartoons? Really? That's unexpected, but kinda cool. Why are they so good for learning?
Because cartoons are full of simple, clear language, and they always show what's happening. You can see the actions while hearing the words, so your brain connects them instantly.
Ah, that makes sense. Like when a character says, look, a ball, and you can actually see the ball on the screen.
Exactly. Your brain hears ball, sees the ball, and understands it right away. No time for translation, no confusion.
That's such a clever trick. So I'm learning without even realizing I'm learning.
Yes, that's what makes this method so powerful. It's passive learning. You're enjoying yourself, relaxing, maybe even laughing, but your brain is working hard behind the scenes, building new English connections every second.
Wow, that sounds like the kind of studying I'd actually enjoy.
Exactly. That's the secret. When learning feels fun, your brain absorbs more. And cartoons are perfect because they're short, colorful, and filled with context clues that help you understand meaning instantly.
I never thought of that. So, I guess children's cartoons are great for beginners because the vocabulary is simple and the sentences are short.
That's right. Plus, the characters often repeat phrases, which helps you remember naturally. For example, when they say, let's go, again and again, it gets stuck in your head. And before you know it, you're saying it automatically.
I love that. It's like learning English without pressure, just watching something cute and fun.
Exactly. And it's not just cartoons. You can also listen to simple English songs, especially songs for kids.
Ah, yes, like head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
That's the one. Those songs are perfect because they use actions. You touch your head, shoulders, knees, and toes while saying the words. That physical movement helps your brain remember the vocabulary much faster.
So I'm using my body to help my brain learn? That's pretty cool.
Yes, the more senses you use, sight, sound, touch, the stronger the memory becomes. That's why songs and videos are so effective for learning naturally.
This is great. So I can watch short cartoons for about 10 or 15 minutes a day and maybe sing along with a simple English song afterward.
Exactly, Paul. That's the perfect daily routine. It's not about long study sessions. It's about consistent exposure to English in a fun, easy way.
That sounds perfect for busy learners too. You can just fit it into your day, maybe while cooking, relaxing, or even before bed.
Yes, and your brain doesn't even realize it's studying. The more English you hear, the faster your mind starts recognizing words and understanding them directly without translating.
So basically, I'm training my ears and my brain to think in English while I'm having fun.
Exactly. You're teaching your brain that English isn't just something you study, it's something you experience.
Wow, I love that. And I can already feel how this connects with the other tips: naming objects, using pictures, thinking in simple sentences. It's all coming together now.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Paul. All these small steps are building one strong skill, the ability to think directly in English.
That's amazing. But Emily, I have to ask, even with all these fun tips, isn't it still a bit frustrating when progress feels slow?
You're so right, Paul. That brings us to our final and maybe the most important tip of all. Be patient.
Patience, huh? I have a feeling this one's going to be important. Let's hear it.
Okay, Paul, we've covered a lot so far, and now we've arrived at the final, but maybe the most important tip of all. Be patient.
Be patient. Yes, I had a feeling you were going to say that.
You know me well. It's true, though. Learning to think in a new language isn't something that happens overnight. It's a journey. And just like any other journey, it takes time, effort, and a little bit of kindness toward yourself.
That's so true. It's kind of like learning to walk, right? At first you fall down, you stumble, and it feels impossible. But with each little step, you get better and stronger.
Exactly, Paul. You don't stand up one day and run a marathon. You take one step, then another, and another. That's how it works with thinking in English. Slow and steady.
So basically, I have to be patient with my brain because it's used to translating, and that's a habit I've had for years.
Yes, it's like teaching your brain a new rhythm. For so long, it's been taking that long, winding road through your native language, and now you're helping it build a new, faster road that leads straight to English.
That's a great way to see it. And I guess it's normal to make mistakes along the way, right?
Of course, mistakes are completely normal. And even better, they're necessary. They're not your enemies, they're your teachers. Every mistake shows you where your brain is still translating, and that's actually great feedback.
So mistakes aren't something to be afraid of. They're actually little signs of progress.
Yes, every time you notice a mistake, it means you're aware, and awareness is the first step to change. So instead of saying, I'm so bad at English, try saying, oops, I translated. Let me try again.
I like that. Oops, I translated. It feels light, not stressful.
Exactly. You need to be kind to yourself. Learning a new way of thinking takes time, and being gentle with your mind actually helps you learn faster because stress blocks progress.
That's so true. When you relax and enjoy the process, it doesn't feel like hard work anymore.
Yes, so just do a little bit every day. 5 minutes of naming objects, one short cartoon, a few sentences about how you feel, and celebrate those small victories.
Celebrate, I like that word. It reminds me that progress doesn't have to be big to be meaningful.
Exactly. Progress is more important than perfection. Every time you connect an object to an English word or think a short sentence without translating, that's a little victory. And those little victories add up to something amazing.
That's really inspiring. It's like planting a seed. You don't see it grow overnight, but if you keep watering it, one day you'll have a beautiful tree.
That's such a lovely image, Paul. Yes, every bit of practice, every small effort is like watering your English tree. Be patient, and one day you'll realize you're not just learning English, you're thinking in it.
Wow, that's such a comforting thought. And I love how this ties everything together. From the first word we learned to this moment of patience.
Yes, it all comes back to this: patience, kindness, and daily practice. Because language learning isn't just about memorizing words, it's about training your mind to trust English, to let it flow naturally without fear.
That's so true. Thank you for the reminder, Emily. Sometimes I think learners need to hear that it's okay to take time, that slow progress is still progress.
Exactly. You're not in a race. You're building a lifelong skill. And the best part is every small effort today makes your English brain stronger tomorrow.
I love that. And honestly, I think that's a perfect note to end our list of tips on.
I agree. But before we finish, let's do a quick review so our listeners can remember all 5 tips clearly.
Great idea. Let's do it.
All right, Paul, we've reached the end of today's episode, and I think this is a good time to review everything we've learned.
Yes, let's do it. There's been so much good advice today, I want to make sure I remember it all.
Okay, tip number 1. Start small. Look around you, see the objects in your room, and say their English names in your head. Chair, table, book, door. It's such a simple habit, but it's how you build that first direct connection to English.
Yes, and tip number 2, use pictures. Make flashcards with a picture on one side and the English word on the other. Look at the picture, think the English word, and skip the translation. It's a fun visual way to train your brain.
Exactly. And tip number 3, think in simple sentences. Connect your feelings and actions to English phrases. Say things like, I am happy. I am tired. I drink water. I open the door. It's like narrating your life in English, and it really works.
Tip number 4, watch and listen to simple English. Cartoons, podcasts, and children's songs are perfect. You'll hear clear words, See the actions and understand the meaning instantly. No translation needed.
Yes, and that brings us to the final tip. Be patient. Learning to think in English takes time, but every little effort counts. Remember, mistakes are not bad. They're your friends, your teachers.
That's such a comforting reminder, Emily, because sometimes learners feel frustrated when progress is slow, but really, even one English thought a day is progress.
Exactly. Every single time you choose to think pen instead of your language's word for pen, you're building a new pathway in your brain. And over time, that pathway becomes stronger, faster, and more natural.
So eventually, you won't even realize it's happening. You'll just find yourself thinking in English automatically.
Yes, and that's the beautiful moment when English stops being something you study and starts being a part of how you think.
Wow, that's such a wonderful way to look at it. Thinking in English isn't just about words. It's about freedom. The freedom to express your thoughts clearly and confidently.
Exactly, Paul. And we want every listener here to experience that freedom. So if you're listening right now, remember, keep practicing, stay patient, and celebrate your small wins.
That's right. Every word you think in English, every small sentence you build, that's a victory. So keep going. You're doing great.
And before we go, we'd love to hear from you. Look around you right now. What do you see? Write one English word in the comments below. Maybe it's window, phone, or plant.
Yes, and we'd love to see your answers. It's such a fun way to share and practice together as a community.
Absolutely. And don't forget to subscribe to English Everyday channel so you don't miss our next episode filled with fun lessons in real English practice.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend, because sharing is caring.
It really is. The more people we can help, the happier we are. We're all on this journey together, learning, growing, and thinking in English one step at a time.
That's right. So keep practicing, stay positive, and trust yourself, because you're already doing something amazing by learning English today.
Exactly. You're building something beautiful inside your mind, a new way of seeing the world through another language.
Wow, that's powerful, Emily. I think that's the perfect note to end on.
I think so too. Thank you everyone for joining us today. You're doing an incredible job and we're so proud of you.
Yes, thank you so much for being here with us. Keep practicing, keep believing, and remember, progress, not perfection.
We'll see you next time on English Every Day.
Bye for now.
Bye everyone. Keep smiling, keep learning, and keep thinking in English.